Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Breaking news for you. Eritrean sources are reporting that Eritrea has deployed anti-drone jamming systems on its border with Ethiopia. Does Eritrea have any such drone jamming systems? Are these anti-drone systems effective or not? And what is the purpose behind the deployment of such electronic warfare systems on Eritrea-Ethiopia border? Secondly, an extraordinary summit of Arab League is underway. It kicked off just a few hours ago. Let's start with this news story. An extraordinary summit of the Arab League is being held. Its heads of state summit, Arab League, has its headquarters in Cairo, Egypt. The summit is being held in Egypt. What is the agenda? Well, main point of agenda is US President Donald Trump's threat to expel Palestinians from Gaza and to take control of Gaza. Donald Trump has been saying that US would take over Gaza, would rebuild it, and Palestinians from Gaza will be settled in other countries. He's been proposing the resettlement of Palestinians from Gaza into Egypt, Jordan. Some say he wants resettlement of Palestinians in Morocco, Puntland, Somaliland. Egypt has been opposing this resettlement plan of Palestinians of Gaza. Jordan also opposed. Jordan only agreed to take a few hundred Palestinians from Gaza. This heads of state summit is extraordinary because you could see a joint statement by Arab leaders. Arab leaders are working on an alternative plan to rebuild Gaza. They are going to denounce Donald Trump's plan to expel Palestinians from Gaza. They're going to oppose American takeover of Gaza, reportedly. This is what we have learned. But there are key American allies in the Middle East too. Egypt is one of them, by the way, UAE as well, Saudi Arabia. All are American allies. People call them American proxies, American stooges. They're American allies. What will they do? Will Arab League issue a joint statement condemning Donald Trump's statement about takeover of Gaza and about expulsion of Palestinians? Let's see what happens. Heads of state summit underway in Gaza of Arab League members. Well, the main news story is from Eritrea. It is being reported by Eritrean sources that Eritrean government, Eritrean military have deployed anti-drone systems, electronic warfare systems, different parts of Eritrea, especially on the border with Ethiopia. What are Eritrean drone capabilities? Firstly, we don't know. Eritrea does not have any known drone capabilities. We know about Ethiopia, by the way. I've been covering Ethiopia in detail. I know I've been telling you as well that Ethiopia has the most modern combat drones in the world. It has Iranian Muhajir 6 drones. It has Chinese Winglong drones. It has Turkish TB2 drones. It has Turkish Akinji drones. And it has anti-drone systems too. Kara Sakha 4 is a modern electronic warfare system made by Russia. The system, I remember, was used by Russians during Turkey-Syria war. I covered that war. That war happened, I think, in 2020 or 2019. And back then, Turkish military entered Syrian territory. Russians were deployed there to Russia, deployed its Kara Sakha 4 electronic warfare systems, and that warfare systems worked. Turkish TB2 drones lost communication with their operators, and uh, several crashed. These electronic warfare systems, jamming systems, basically cut off the communication between a drone and its operator. Every drone needs to have a communication link with its operator. Operator on the ground, drone in the air. If a system cuts off the link, the drone gets out of control, it crashes. This is generally what these electronic warfare systems do. They detect the communication between drones and operators. Karasakh 4 is effective. By the way, Russians are not known for having quality combat drones, but they're known for having quality anti-drone weaponry. Ethiopia does have Karasakh 4 because I remember in 2023 the video. During a military parade, Ethiopia showed Karasakh 4 electronic warfare system. Eritrean military capabilities are unknown. No one really knows. So Eritrea has purchased new fighter jets from Russia recently. Eritrea has been in talks with some Middle Eastern countries to acquire drones too. Has it acquired drones? Which types of drones? Combat, kamikaze, reconnaissance? We don't know. Turkish, Iranian, Chinese, we don't know. But I can confirm Eritrea has been interested in purchasing drones. And if drones are displayed in Eritrea tomorrow, don't be surprised. I think Eritrea has acquired drones. Why? Because Eritrea and Ethiopia are in arms race now. They are gauging each other's capabilities. Ethiopian Air Force has a definite advantage over Eritrean Air Force. Eritrea wants to counter this advantage. That is why I think Eritrea has acquired drones, but definitely we need to have evidence to verify that. Does Eritrea have anti-drone weaponry, jamming systems, electronic warfare systems? Or no, again, nothing known. Generally, Eritrea keeps its military capabilities a secret. It does not disclose. And it's a very good strategy, by the way. Countries' military should not disclose all that they have. They should always let their rivals underestimate them. But some countries believe in terrorizing their enemies by showing all what they have or showing lots of what they have. Eritrea has not shown any drones, any anti-drone jamming system so far. But we know that Ethiopia's quality combat drones and Eritrea tension rising. It's pretty natural that Eritrea would try to have anti-drone weapons. It is being reported by Eritrean sources that Eritrean military has deployed several drone jammers, anti-drone systems in different parts of the country, especially on border with Ethiopia. These drone jamming systems are either Karasakh 4 type electronic warfare systems which can be mobilized. Some are handheld, which have limited ranges. And you need, by the way, dozens of them to cover your entire border. Eritrea-Ethiopia border is a long border. With a few Karasakh 4, with a few handheld drones, this border cannot be covered. But it seems that Eritrea is concerned about likely Ethiopian penetration in Eritrea, not boots on the ground. Ethiopian drones can easily collect information about what is happening on the ground in Eritrea by using TB2 combat drones. TB2s can work at night, TB2s can cross Eritrean border. They fly very high. Radars on the ground cannot detect these drones. You need to have anti-drone weapons to detect the drones which might be crossing the border and getting information from the ground about what is happening in Eritrea. So Eritrea reportedly, again, evidence is missing, it might be released. Eritrea has acquired some type of anti-drone jamming systems which it is deploying on its border with Ethiopia. Again, I'm saying, I don't think Eritrea has the required number of anti-drone systems. It's very difficult to stop drones. Kamikaze drones, combat high quality drones cannot be just identified, cannot be intercepted, cannot be spotted and discovered by radars. Drone jamming systems don't always work. It's not that if you deploy one Karasakha, which has a range of around 200 kilometers, you can secure your territory, you can secure your airspace, and it will detect each and every flying object. No, these anti-drone systems don't work 100%, but they provide limited support. You see what is happening in Russia-Ukraine war. Ukrainians have been able to penetrate Russian airspace. They've been able to penetrate Crimea. Guided attacks there, drone attacks, missile attacks, despite the fact that Russia has modern anti-missile systems, modern anti-drone electronic warfare systems. So drones cannot be fully stopped, but these anti-drone weapons are sometimes helpful in a limited manner. It's not war preparation. It's not that Eritrea is planning to wage war on Ethiopia. It's, I think, a defensive preparation. Eritrea knows very well that Ethiopian drones could be a pain in the side of Eritrea in case of any armed conflict. That is why they should be prepared. That Eritrea should have more anti-drone weapons, maybe more drones too. So it would be surprising if Eritrea has acquired some anti-drone handheld and electronic warfare systems and deployed along the border with Ethiopia. Thanks for watching.